Hey, so this is a gonna be a short one because, as you can see, it's Brian Bosworth, and I don't have a lot of his movies. Like I have a few movies he was in, like what is it, The Longest Yard, and something else. I don't have every movie that he was in, but of the few that I have, it's actually, if you look into it, it's a good chunk of his filmography, and a very hefty chunk of the movies that he starred in. So yeah, Brian Bosworth. I gotta make this action star list one day, this tier list. I said Christopher Lambert and Christopher Lambert, I guess. He would be kind of low on the list. Brian Bosworth would be, I don't know, man. I gotta do it one day. I gotta figure out this tier system because I love this movie. I love Stone Cold from the 90s. It's from what, 91, about a biker that goes undercover, a cop that goes undercover as a biker, rather. Just really cool characters. You got Lance Henriksen, who plays Chains Cooper, uh, the leader of the Brotherhood motorcycle gang. You also have William Forsythe, who was Sheriff Wydell from The Devil's Rejects. He was also in a ton of other movies. He was in my favorite Steven Seagal movie, uh, Out for Justice. Who? Okay, I was gonna say somebody else was in this, but there are some other guys in this. The partner, or the guy he teams up with, sort of. He's in another movie that for some reason I can't figure out what the fuck it is. But yeah, they play off. It's not a buddy cop movie, but they play off of each other pretty well. John Stone, or Joe Huff, the character that Brian Bosworth plays, is a cop, and he just has, you know, hot girlfriends, and he has a pet monitor lizard, or I don't know what the fuck that giant lizard is that he has in his home. But yeah, he's a cool character. The opening is very much a Cobra type of opening. If you've ever seen Stallone's Cobra, that didn't sound right. Uh, the the movie Cobra, starring Sylvester Stallone, opens in a grocery store, and this one does too. I've heard people compare this to Cobra, and I don't. It's not the same type of movie. Like the opening is similar, but this movie is similar to a Charlie Sheen movie, which I think is called. Fuck, I don't know what it was called. I can't remember now. But Charlie Sheen goes undercover. He's a cop that goes undercover. That one's based on a true story. I like this one way more. And in fact, I say this is one of my favorite action movies from the '90s. It is one of my favorite action movies from the '90s. Love Stone Cold. There's a really cool Blu-ray out there somewhere where it looks like the Terminator, but yeah, very very solid action movie from Brian Bosworth. His first movie, really awesome movie. This isn't his next movie, but it's a pseudo sequel, a spiritual sequel. I know this is called Stone Cold 2, Heart of Stone or something, but it's not. It's not Stone Cold 2. It's not. Let me see. Where's it at? Joe Elkhart. Yeah, the Boz, which was what he was called when he was a football player. This movie's okay. It's not. It's not a. It's one thing you're gonna find out if you watch these movies. They're all very either not good. You would either say they're not good, or they're kind of average, middle of the road fare. Like Stone Cold is a great movie. This is a great action movie. I would say it is. The rest of these movies are just kind of average, just kind of meh. But there's a couple. There are a few I would say that are watchable, and this is one of those that is watchable. I don't think there's anyone you would know in this. Brian James is in it, of course. Brian James, the forever bad guy, except maybe in The Fifth Element. He's not really a bad guy, but Back in Business was one of those watchable movies. I don't think it has a DVD, unfortunately, unless you can. There's some non-American release. Back in Business is okay. It's not great. It's not Stone Cold. It's not horrible. It's watchable. I'm gonna save this one movie for last. Mach 2, an oddball type of hijack movie where they hijack a plane, and Brian Bosworth plays a character, where is it at? An Air Force captain who doesn't know how to fly, and that is in the trailer. Have you ever flown a plane before or something like that? UFO put out a lot of these low budget movies. For a second, I thought this was New Image, but yeah, it's UFO. A company that's not forever, but forever. A company that's kind of gone, I think, out of business since then. Unified Film Organization. That's what it was. Lance Guest was in this movie. This is one of those, I guess, average to not so good. There's some unintentionally funny moments in this movie, but yeah, I wouldn't put this very high. I think I had this near the bottom of the list. There's only one other movie that I think I really don't like. Like this, I wouldn't say I hate it or I dislike it, but it's right at the bottom. This one. This is probably one of the better ones, and I would say it's probably second to Stone Cold. And that's obviously One Man's Justice. Also called, somewhere it's called One Tough Bastard, which is a pretty cool title. And if I remember right, yeah, Bruce Payne, Jeff Cover, Hammer, which if I remember right, that's MC Hammer. I watched these a couple years ago. I never watched them before, and just yeah, this is good. As far as all the movies that I've seen with Brian Bosworth, this is the one that shows off his most. That shows off most. How am I trying to say this? This shows off his fighting more so than the others. He does some martial arts kicks, some strikes and punches. You see him doing like a martial arts clothesline type of thing. Yeah, a solid Brian Bosworth movie. This is again not Stone Cold, not even on the same level as Stone Cold, but a good one. I would say this is good. Again, not Stone Cold, not great, but good. A nice little time waster. I like that one. Again, we're gonna save that one last. I got this one and one more. This one is I don't know. I gotta give it another watch because I remember thinking it was okay, and it's about like this is also called Spill. I don't know if you go to look for it one day. It's not Virus. It's called Spill, and I think it's called something else, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, this one is about a chemical that gets out and kind of spreads. I think it's called a biohazard thriller on some sites. But there's a cover up, and Brian Bosworth has to, uncover the cover up, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I can't really say whether or not I like it. I can't remember. Like I thought that I thought it was okay, but yeah, I gotta give it another watch. Virus, aka Spill, and now in my opinion, the worst Brian Bosworth movie, Blackout. I think an alternate title for this is Midnight Heat. See that? Who is he? Who was he? Is he a killer or a hero? He plays a character who suffers from amnesia. He can't remember anything, and it's not good. It's not even that it's bad. Like I think some actors and actresses are suited for certain types of roles. I wouldn't say, typecast them in everything or anything like that, but they do better in, particular roles. And I don't think this was one that fit Brian Bosworth. He's not the guy that you saw in these other movies. He can't pull it off. And the weird thing, this movie has Brad Dourif in it. I think is he on the box? Yeah, Brad Dourif's in this. Just it's kind of boring. It is boring, not kind of. It definitely is boring. And the Brian Bosworth is not the best actor. Like he does well again in certain things, playing like the badass. He's good at that. John Stone in Stone Cold, he's great at that. One Man's Justice, aka One Tough Bastard, he's good in that. This one is like I'm gonna show off my acting chops type of role, and he just can't do it. That sounds so shitty, but yeah, I mean it's what is it, 98 minutes? It feels longer than that. That's one of those movies where that's kind of long anyway for this type of movie, but it feels longer than it is, and that's not good. Just some really just dumb scenes. I mean, you gotta watch it to kind of see what I'm talking about, but it's just I don't know, man. Not a good movie. Not a good Brian Bosworth movie. Someone might want to check him out one day. I know he was in a movie called The Operative that I never got to see. But yeah, that's my Brian Bosworth collection for this video. I'm gonna try and get some more out. Rambo Rap for Life did a Jackie Chan collection video, and he did someone else, and I can't. Gary Daniels, martial arts action star Gary Daniels. I'm staying on this theme. I like the theme of the action star that we're both on right now, and yeah, I would like to see some more people do it. I'm having fun doing these. I know Matt's having fun doing it. So try to get my buddies JP and Derek, and they ain't fucking joining in. But yeah, I'll try to get another one out in a few days, hopefully. Until then, I'll see you.